Welcome back to Limbus Company, Canto 9. Part 2 is out now, and of course that means that we've got some various things to do before we actually jump into the Canto itself. First and foremost, I already got both the new IDs, or the last week's IDs that I could shard, and Index Dawn is here. I took a quick look at it, and I figured, you know what? I think I'm just not going to learn what that does. I'm sure it's super interesting and stuff, but I think this is the kind of idea where I feel like I want to do the story stuff before I take a look at her. But yeah, so I've got both these guys, that sort of thing, pretty cool. And we've got some egos to claim, don't we? So you didn't trust me. I told you I'd play scissors. And, of course, Easy Halt, you've gone and left the tour souvenir behind, haven't you? Finally getting our KQE ego. So, after a long wait. Stay right where you are. I'll slot it in you now. Very cool. And, of course, a bunch of rewards, that sort of thing. Let's take a look at those, shall we? I think... Is yours a Saiyan? It is, right? Yeah. Oh, yeah, because we actually got shown what ranks they were beforehand. So a new Saiyan, that's cool. I think there's decent odds they just keep on going this path of just giving us a Saiyan each season, right? Oh, I'm short on Otis shards. That's fine, it's a Saiyan, so it's easy enough. I opened boxes. I kind of forgot to grab the boxes for, the egos. I think I'm doing fine on Heathcliff shards, though. Probably. Okay, that's actually not enough. Just pop like 15 Heathcliff. Dude, I've got so many boxes, you know, I can flaunt my wealth a little bit. You know, flaunt my, almost 9,000 thread that I don't have anything I can use on, and also all my fancy tickets. I'm so mean like that. Okay, let's see. Back to it. I'll go for scissors. How about you? Of course, it's a Saiyan, so it's a Saiyan with Unbreakables. Yeah. Combined with Tapathos Mathos, which is really good, but also, like... 3 NV1 Lust... 15 Sanity... 3 Attack... Wait, 12 plus 12, that's fine. It's, like... It's not great, but, like, it's better than most multi-coin egos are, so that's fine. So, on unopposed attacks, non-effects goes on hit without cracking effects. Okay. So you want to clash with this to get that effect? Okay, oh, it's a healing one, I see. Clash with NV ego resource by NV residents, and for every NV ego resource consumed, gain 1 ego resource each for the least known affinities, maximum NV resource 6. Oh. So you win a clash with this, and you just convert a bunch of NV resources into whatever you have the least of. That's really nice for NV team stuff. And for a Saiyan too, I mean, that's not bad. 3 NV, you have it up front of 3 NV and 1 Lust, but in Clash Lose, you just get some shield, which is still nice to have, for just to have. Without cracking, this only works in a Clash. 2 has the lowest HP 10% max HP once per skill. Oh, okay, so it's once per skill, so it's not like it hits 3 targets, so it triggers 3 times. Ignores allies without NV base attack skills. Not like prioritizes with NV, just without NV, just straight up doesn't get it. And then Curse and Nails, we know that Needle, unique bleed, and taking NV damage, gain +1 bleed every 6 seconds by 1. Okay. That's solid, you know, it's nothing crazy, but it's more bleed count, which is good, especially for, like, I guess, Blood Fiend stuff. Blood Fiend doesn't have too much NV, but it's got, like, Dulcinea. Clash Wind destroying enemy target, lost 30% HP, inflict 1 power down next turn. That's pretty good. It's not affected if you also have the EO gift, they love that bit. Yeah, actually, just being able to straight up inflict 1 power down if either she's low HP or the target's low HP, can be pretty nice. It's once per turn, not once per target, so it doesn't make that big of a difference. And it requires you to win clashes. Okay, I'm liking this. Simple but very nice effect, that's for sure. NV resistant, of course. Alright, I don't think we'll be able to make good use of that today because I don't have a very NV reliant team. Instead, I'm running kind of the same thing as last week, but with the new units as well. And then Heath, let's take a look at your ego. Burn. Charge burn, that makes sense. He does have a burn ID now, right? And he does have a charge NVID, so yeah. Makes enough sense. Moving Ridge, 4+3, 3 coiner. One very burden. Gain charge count. At high emeralds, gain a more charge count. Consumable charge count. So that's after it. Do more damage. Base power up. Gain 1 to 3 charge count. That's on hit, so it's up to 3. So somewhere between 3 and 9 charge count randomly. Kind of more skewed to the middle because of how that works. Sure. Max I take more damage from classical return and lose a sec. Okay, so over 2 turns they just take more wrath and envy damage and gain a single burn potency, sure. Oh, I didn't look at the corrosion. Oh, I'm stupid. I just remembered I need to look at the corrosion for this. Find power up, yeah. More needle. Clash lose even more needle. Okay, so you lose the clash, you get a bunch of debuffs. That sort of thing. This one you kind of want to lose with probably, which makes sense because it's a positive coin corrosion. Or positive coin, unbreakable coin. Or negative. No, it's... Never mind. Ignore what I'm saying entirely. I tripped over my words so much and I realized I wasn't even saying things correctly. You can, you know, envy max now, so that's funny. Yeah, corrosion. Pride has most HP, so it's one of those, so that's always nice, since it'll usually go for enemies in, like, normal... I guess in normal fights it'll probably go for allies or something if your allies are more alive than the enemy, but in general it'll hit enemies more, so... Take 10% HP damage and gain 10 charge count. Okay, it's like ADD. Zoom all charge count. Yeah, so it's charge gain, but also spends charge, so... And it spends all charge, so... Not super good for that sort of thing. Target already has this, they do more damage. Also this. Does it pass inflict or something? Hit with skills that apply burn points, your unique burn, or envy skills, which burn points, they target by half skills, total points. Yeah, they're just doing the thing where it's the EO gift again. Okay. That ego seems fine, right? There's not really a good idea that can, like, capitalize off of it, but we're probably going to end up getting, like, a Thumb Heathcliff or something. I wouldn't be surprised. I guess then it wouldn't be envy, but who knows? Maybe the new middle people will be burn or something. Okay. I do think that's enough stalling as far as this sort of thing goes. This is the team. I'll set up team order when we actually get into it, but it'll probably be like these guys first and foremost, and then... Oh yeah, right, new phrases, wowee. There we go, Ujat beats Rock. Isn't that true? Just saying whatever. Let's see, same logo, yeah, that sort of thing. I can hit this button. Children. Oh boy, we're getting straight into it. Aren't we? And it looks like recording, like it looks weirdly memory-y. Are we gonna get some flashbacky stuff, or is this... I don't know. Let's just get into it and to see for ourselves, shall we? That's not it. That's not how you shorten it. No. You're doing it wrong, Mommy. Just follow after me. Oh. You get it now? Don't forget. Yeah. Daughter. Such a shame. I think this is Index Nurse Father. That a blade tempered to such ruthless sharpness was used to cut away her own mind. Referring to, you know... It's Ryoshu's own shattered mind. Your baby's still at that house, ain't that right? So the lines I learned to draw were connections, not boundaries. Now I watch from outside the clue, the moments that have slipped past you. When the end brushes past the beginning, I will take you in my arms and bear you home. Shoot. Ryoshu, are you alright? Yeah, we're still split up. Where we left off, the Pinky Nurse Father had managed to get away with all the golden bows, or the apparition of them, since they were all weirdly glitchy and they might be deadish, based on what Ryoshu did to them, but it's hard to say for sure. I'm fine. Ryoshu closed her eyes shut, then opened them again. Some time ago, at the laboratory. Why did the nurse fathers create things like you? Some time ago is interesting. How much time has passed already? The same people who used to complain day and night about what a pain it was to look after me are keeping underlings now. Children. We are their children. Why is it acting like we don't know his name? Huh. So, what role are you children playing? Yoshihide, the day you return to the House of Spiders, we, the 5 children, shall bind together the thread you've slashed to pieces and complete the clue. The nurse fathers of the house were beside themselves with concern, Yoshihide. Were you to return home having forgotten even the time you'd spent at their side? It would feel as though all the years poured into nurturing and honing you had gone to waste, they said. Huh. Didn't know they called their errand boys their children. What they call us is immaterial to the relationship we share with them. I'm just still cracking up over the fact it's acting like we've got no idea what Ren's name is. No, it's got a different echo. The bond between a child and the parent is thicker, firmer, so much so that even after I've mutilated my own mind with this sword, a thread of something remains still. Mutilated my own mind. That makes it sound like it was voluntary, right? Not that it was forced upon her, that she did it of her own will. Yeah, my master tells me that she has tended to you enough through all that time that has passed. Tended to me. Yoshihide, how does it feel to be a living fetter? Fetter? Oh, child Ryoshi sprite. I am barred from enjoying the fresh air of the world outside. She looks so funny. No longer free to travel the mountains and cliffs my feet would carry me, as the other members of the Pinky are. And that's why you hate Ryoshu so? I wish to no avail that I should be allowed to weave the delineations of wings and back streets. I don't understand what you mean. Also, her eyes are very much not red there. They're more pink. You don't. I'm saying I did not endure my grueling life only to be trapped here as your nurse, father. Well, what do you make of it, Yoshihide? Stifle your crying. What makes you think you have the right to shed tears? If anyone has a reason to cry, it is me. Yeah, she's treated an 8-year-old like this. No wonder you cut her tongue out. Ever since you were pushed into my care, not a day has passed without me wanting to cry. Like, Dewey starts just trauma dumping. My knees. Mother, I scraped my knees. Keep your bawling out of my sight. Snotty, sniveling little brat. Disgusting. You wouldn't have gotten hurt if you weren't such a slow duller. God. Next time, keep your eyes open and dodge before it hits. Maybe you had a leg ripped away from you. Then you'd also taste a drop of this crippling agony of imprisonment. That woman was the one who hated me the most. Yeah, we can definitely tell. Like, obviously, Thumb Nurse Father also isn't, like, super nice to you, but, like, that's another level. She blamed me for her fate. Yet in the end, Yoshihide, it is thanks to her that your mastery of the blade has been cultivated to such a degree, enough to parry both this humble blade of mine and that brute sword. Oh, don't say that about Fascia. That's how you get her to attack you. The man blocked the ring apprentice's blow as though it were a performance meant for Ryoshu. Ryoshu, I know there's some bad blood involved here, but this is our chance. Let's pull out while they're busy fighting each other. We need to go after the one who swiped the golden bow, yeah? Her whereabouts are unknown. However, this is indeed our chance to he away from here. We made our escape through another route while the ring and the Pinky apprentices were busy fighting each other. That technique he used, was that hers, the Pinky nurse father? Yeah. It was one of my gouged out memories, but clashing blades with him reawakened it. The nurse fathers wanted me to learn every single one of their techniques. That Pinky woman, too. She sure hated me alright, but that didn't stop her from teaching me what she knew. Probably to make me a more prolific, more efficient killer. And that's why losing me was such a harrowing failure for them. All the work they poured into me slipped right through their fingers when I left the spiderweb. Well, love-hate can play out in all sorts of ways, I guess. Yep. Well, parental trauma, gang. Your memories. Did you hew them away yourself? I guess it's like motherly like problems, gang, and also Yisung is here. I mean, I don't think he's mentioned his parents at all. They're probably like, it's probably a case of like him like never knowing his parents or something, or maybe they're like old like farmers in S Corp that are just like doing whatever they do in S Corp. Who knows? Yeah, with my own hands. With that very odd blade of yours. I was reminded of the expression I saw on Ryoshi's face in one of her memory fragments. When she sliced off the Pinky nurse father's tongue. When she dove the blade she never unsheathed before into that woman's mouth. What I saw in Ryoshi was the expression of suffering. Every time I draw this blade and cut something, I'm also slicing away a piece of my mind. That's the reason I didn't want to use this blade. But had I not done so, they'd have taken her away from me for good. The one last thing Ryoshu didn't want to let go. The word that came out of Lei Heng's mouth the moment he saw her. Your baby. It's for her that Ryoshu sliced off both her own memories and the Pinky nurse father's tongue. My blood, my ward, my daughter. Ooh. Jumping straight into it here, that's for sure. Lei Heng said she's still there in the House of Spiders. Like, I think the people have seen people theorizing the most about so far is that Ryoshu's daughter is the Index apprentice, aka the one we just got the Dawn ID for. Actually, potentially, we don't even know that for sure because we don't know much about the Index apprentice yet, other than like the one line Kira said, where something about the Index apprentice being like, oh, it's a waste of your time to spend so much time in comic books, or something like kind of like stiff like that. Yeah, in a place only I know. In a safe that nobody else can find. Okay, so it sounds like that Index apprentice might not be her daughter, if that's the truth. What was your daughter to you? Well, she was her daughter. Don't see why I should play coy at this point. The one and only precious thing. She's all I have. Even without her memories, Ryoshu spoke without any doubt. I caught myself thinking how nice it must be to have such certainty. I see. As long as we can stick to this path, we'll all eventually find the things we lost. Eventually, Dante will find their own memories. Right, I know that. Come on, let's go after them. With the elevator still busted, they can't have escaped to a different floor just yet. The golden bow. It's faint, but I can still sense its presence. Still no Merso dialogue yet. Everyone else spoke. He'll probably get something here, right? Because, like, they're gonna... Like, the Vespa stuff or something like that's probably gonna tie into the next Canto. Oh boy. It's just more Pekatul, and it's just Pekatul we know already. Well, I think you know what this means. Simple enough. There might be another node exactly like this following us. Maybe one that a story afterwards or something, though. New hires. To where? Are we gonna, like, meet some, like, new LCA people? Like, new hires could imply a lot of things, depending on new hires of who, I guess, right? That's the thing. Like, is it like, oh, there's some, like, newly hired Limbus people that are suffering or something? Or, I don't know. Could it be new hires of one of the fingers? There's not really much to theorize. Maybe Distortion Detective Gang, maybe we'll focus on one of the other groups. Hindered the corridor full of corpses and debris. Yeah, it's probably mostly going to focus on the Dante Ryoshu group, right? Which makes sense, because most of the game is told through Dante's perspective. And since the radio seems to have broken at this point, so we can't really get access to the other groups, at least it sounded like that'd be the case, or at least like they're too preoccupied to use it. Now we've got no idea how they're doing, so we just have to hope. Here's hoping we come across someone else still conscious, like Miss Alyssa. Ow! You just stepped on my hand, mister! Oops, my bad. Wait, was that a survivor speaking just now? Thank you, Gregor. Everyone turned around hearing the alarm in Gregor's voice. Oh! This is what the Dawn idea is tied to. Alone survivor, the only one who seemed conscious among the bodies crushed on the debris, was looking up with a face scrunched up in pain. Are you alright? I'm not. It hurts so much. I've been waiting here for so long, but nobody showed up. Like, you've gotta... I mean, I think that's LCE. But the thing is, this doesn't look very indexy. It looks more like this is, like, LobCorp gear. Or not, I guess Limbus gear at this point, but you know what I mean. I was chatting with the person next to me to stay conscious, but then he just suddenly stopped speaking. It's been 10 minutes already. We didn't even exchange names. You must be referring to this man. He's pretending to be dead, but his pulse hasn't stopped. She's so annoying. He's faking dead to not have to talk to her. That's so mean. What? The man in the suit stopped playing dead and slowly opened his eyes. You got me. This guy's just wearing a brown suit. This could be like Portrait or something, right? Something like that. Although I don't think it would be Portrait, because I feel like that's definitely an abno that they're going to give N-Corp, because it makes too much sense to give that ego to Nelly. Chit-chatting about the food we'd eat once we got out of us slowly being crushed by the debris on top of us. I mean, you know what happens to characters who say, once we survive this. Thank you. I want some vanilla ice cream with almond sprinkles once you survive this, and a sandwich too with lots of cheese. What about you, Ravi? Yeah, no wonder they gave this idea to Dawn. Need a hand? Yes, please. Let's just get them out. With the center's help, the two employees who'd been trapped into the realm managed to break themselves free. Huh. Just my left leg. I'm good besides that. Yeah, I guess they seem fine. Like, they weren't attacked by the Xenon, tortoise dagger? Spiral? Xenon tortoise dagger? Or, no, Xenon tortoise spiral. Right, so they don't have to worry about that. Ouchie, I think I broke my right arm, Mom, but give it a few days with lots of almond and fish, and it should be as good as new. What is your problem? I mean, clearly a lot. So thank you for getting us out of there. I'm Sora. We got to live another day thanks to you. You can call me Ravi. Like, I'm just looking at this guy's cut, and like he's got like vaguely similar, like he's got like the hair and like the glasses of someone who like works for N-Corp, but I'm pretty sure I'm just solely doing that. It's not even. No, it's different. I'm just seeing things now. I'm just so curious about when the Merceau relevance is going to come into play. By the way, may I ask which department you're from? Have you seen us before? We were here for a checkup last time. Oh, it's almost like they're new hires. Oh, we're new hires. This is our first day of work. Ooh. Bad day to get hired. It's a really bad day to get hired. New hires. Yeah. Yes, there were new job postings for LCs in Keflin refining department. Today's day one for us new hires. And Keflin refining is an interesting department. Not something that really like correlates directly to something that LobCorp did. We were on our way to see the researchers supposed to handle our onboarding, and then this happened. So it's your first day and you're already like this? I assume that means this isn't Eagle gear, but like, then what does Sora have on? This gear, it's my first time wearing it. The more I look at it, the more it intrigues me. Okay, no, so it is Ego gear. How did you get trapped under the debris? How does this tie to the Dawn ID if Dawn's like indexy? Pray tell, how did you get trapped under the debris? Well, I was just walking through the corridor and stopped for a bit. I'm always a total klutz. Once I have something on my mind, I can't multitask at all. I can relate. Researchers often sink into the fathoms of their minds when the spark of inspiration strikes. I had this idea for an Ego Gear experiment, and I couldn't move on without first getting it sorted out in my head. It's your first day here, what are you doing? Ego Gear, you say? Might you be referring to that shackle around your wrists? That's right. It's not the wieldiest, but it's my one and only ego. Cut the fluff and get to what happened next. So, sorry, it happened out of nowhere. We heard a loud noise coming from the other end of the corridor and people started running. That's when the ceilings collapsed. If only I hadn't zoned out, I wouldn't have gotten caught under the rubble. Like, I've just been looking at the Ego Gear and trying to tell if it's for an abnormality we know about, and just the red and blue is super off-putting, right? Like, I see, like, the red parts, and there's a couple, like, abnos it makes me think of, like, I guess, like, the one that comes to mind first would be, like, what's it called? It's got a funny name. Something... I don't know, the one you get the tattoo from. Like, that's what comes to mind first, but, like, the blue is super out of place for that one, and... The teeth are weird. I'm not sure. I wouldn't go so far to call you lucky, but getting trapped in the road might have been exactly what saved you from all the intruders who are attacking the facility. They've already killed a lot of people. What? While we were trapped? Your eyes are large. It's just catching me off a lot. It's very different. My condolences. I regret I have no further words to give. Were you able to find any other survivors? An approximation of 20 remains. As fortune should have it, the team leader and the rest managed to regroup. That's a relief. And you? Are you certain you're well? It's quite remarkable that a newcomer to corporation remains so composed in the face of such crises. Yeah, this is an N-Corp spy? We get trained for situations like this, so I wasn't entirely unprepared. Just never thought something like this would happen on day one. Okay, so like they're new hires, but they've gone through the training and whatnot. It's not like one of those companies that like hires someone in the training as part of their day one, I guess. Still, that's pretty impressive for a new guy. In any case, where were you headed? Oh right, we're looking for the elevator. I think it's somewhere in this direction, but I'm not sure. Oh, the elevator. I know where it is. Could I come with you? Lead the way. Bzz. These components. Bzz. Honheim? I hear voices from the other end of the radio. Is it your team? The call's breaking up. Seems we've gone past the transmission radius. I wonder how the others are faring. Oh, we're gonna get a little cut to see how they're doing. I hope I can get an update about my colleagues as well. You're probably gonna corrode. I don't know. I'm with you on that. The 2LC research sighting seems to be hurried in the elevator's direction. Yeah, because, like, we've seen some ego corrosion type stuff, like, so far in the game, but really not, like, that much. Like, there's the Inquisitors, and then, like, the, weird, like, Canto 7 dungeon corrosions, and that's... It's kind of about it for corrosions. I mean, there's also, like, what, like... I guess it depends on if we consider, like, what happened with, like, the Pink Shoes guys' corrosions and whatnot, but, like, in general, we haven't seen, like... There hasn't been a super big focus on corrosions. Like, the biggest thing would probably be, like, Cammy, but he doesn't say anything. So, like, I don't even know if I'd count that. Probably just the Canto 3 ones. Okay. Well, let's see. Another story note, or are we gonna get more filler fights? More filler fights. Is it against more Pekatula? Yep. Anything new? Nope. I guess it happens. I can't be, like, too bothered. Cool. Victory. We live a billion voice lines going at the same time. I actually do like it. Okay, another fight? No more story, okay. We're just gonna alternate between story notes and fighting Pekatula. Maybe. Let's see, actually, looking at this... Is that the ring? Okay. I think the bit here is that we're gonna switch between the 3 different perspectives. Because, yeah, this one is, like, the Dante and Ryoshu gang. Because in here we can see what looks like more of, like, the ring, Nurse Father statue stuff. So I assume we're gonna go to Honheim gang. And then probably Distortion Detective gang there, dealing with the middle. We'll see how this goes, though. That's my initial guess. Yep, cool. How the others... These components should cover what we need for the repair. Huh. He's very... Has he been bloody? I'm trying to remember if he's been bloody or not. I don't remember him being bloody, but he probably was. The transmissions are getting harder to make out. Not surprising, considering how far the distance between the teams has grown. And survivors, I see nary one in this sector, regrettably. They're all in the weird statues. Again, hardly a surprise. The state of the bodies is there for all to see. Faust believes there is no feasible way to aid them under the present conditions. Yeah. They're, it's rough. Ooh, and Honheim's sad. So it doth appear. Verily, 'tis thee who must be saddened by this, most saddened by this tragedy. I beg thy pardon for raising the matter. What was that? Heathcliff slides, sure. There, now we just have to get back to the facility management room. Right, it should be right past this corridor. Oh, he's like kind of like going back and forth, like looking at what they're doing or something. Assistant, pacing about distractedly and scratching one's head at clues are all behaviors prohibited in our research facility. It's so funny seeing him slide around like that. Oh, also, frowning and cocking your head like that and blurting a "huh" at the screen are all likewise forbidden. No, I've got a bad feeling about this. Something's off. Heathcliff's intuition is usually pretty spot on. Oh, wait, stop. Don't go out yet. There's something outside. It's just like that, crazy. He's just strolling around, just having a wonderful time. Yeah, the Ring Nurse Father and his apprentice are very interesting, because they're definitely, like, a faction of... They're definitely a chunk of the Ring that, like, loves, like, the transhumanism stuff, right? Very robot-y, that sort of thing. Probably have used their own organs and stuff to make a lot of their weaponry. Or perhaps they can let the blood vessels relax and expand. Yes, that's much better. Yeah, you're right. We'd have run straight into him had we left the room. Based on the circumstances we faced thus far, it's reasonable to presume that this individual's affiliation lies with the ring. Thank you, Faust. Where would we be without you? A nurse father has been dead strong like that lass who nicked off with Karen. You people, where's all the confidence you had when you beat the tits out of me during the monolith experiment? Well, Dante's not with us. Oi, mind not putting it out like that. You'll give people the wrong idea. Besides, we're beating the daylights out of your distortion. We're not, well, not exactly beating the... Bloody hell, you get what I mean, yeah? The extent of the physical trauma sustained by the corpses on display indicates that the odds of prevailing in combat against him are minimal. Faust not advise initiating a battle that cannot be won when we are completely cut off from Dante. As users of entities not among our options, engaging the enemy now will only serve to deplete our numbers. Yeah, they're stuck with base IDs even, like that's bad. With so little information on the enemy, sustaining a lethal injury we have no means to treat will maketh the manager Esquire behold the cold light swarm of young Sinclair upon their return. Thank you for assuming that this all happened to Sinclair. And the cold light the swarm of Don Quixote too. No, I don't think they'd be able to kill Don. Boss, if he keeps lingering out in the corridor. And all I'm saying is, if like things got like real hopeless, like Don could take the shoes off. Really shouldn't, because you know, go rampage mode and probably cause more harm than good. But like, it's a last case scenario option, right? Because this group doesn't have any of like the super strong sinners in it beyond Don, right? Not to say like Sinclair, Heathcliff. I think Faust ranked decently as in the power scale rankings from the checkup event, but Heathcliff was like middling to low. Sinclair was second lowest. I don't know. Like if it were like, I don't know what I'm trying to say with this. I'm saying is the base IDs are cooked. That's quite a problem. We'll probably run into him on our way over the facility management room. Oi, how long do you reckon you'll take to fix that knackered device or whatever it is? Given that the attack resembles a facility sabotage, we'll need to inspect each component separately instead of treating this like a regular malfunction. I cannot be sure of anything before I see the extent of the damage. Yet even in the best case scenario, I don't expect the repairs to be done in short order. I guess another thing that's interesting to think about of how the groups are separated is like which like finger people are with each group, right? Because like you've got like Virgilius is like has to deal with the thumb nurse father and thumb apprentice outside, so they're kind of out of the picture, but I mean, yeah, they're probably just straight up out of the picture. They might come back in, like, during part 3 or something to that extent, but I'm honestly not sure what they're gonna do about those guys. But then, like, so obviously the Distortion Detective team is dealing with the middle, nurse father and the middle apprentice. Then we've got the Ryoshu Dante team that has to deal with 2 different apprentices, like both Pinky and Ring apprentice, on top of the Pinky Nurse Father and the Index Nurse Father being in the general area of. And then for the Hohenheim team, it's just the Nurse Father of the Ring so far. And that's it. Which is interesting. It makes me wonder if like the Index Apprentice will show up around these guys too, or if that'll just literally be all that's bringing them. Damn it, Martin. Did I tell you plenty of times that non-standard energy redistributors are a nightmare for maintenance? Oh, you're the one who designed this sector of the research facility, boss. Get him. That must have been during the week leading up to my report deadline. I'm confident I made the most of the limited time I had back then. Yep, it was rushed. Any chance we could buy ourselves a bit of time, or lure him away? I'm considering 5 or 6 possible options, though if I were to recommend one... We ever take off those shoes? Yeah. Had a feeling. Well, what? After all that mess you went through? Without your accidents, the only viable combination is my ego gear. And a chance of defeating or killing that man, who is most likely a Meister of the Ring, is hardly promising. Oh, I realize we could probably see what rank he is if we just look at his ring, huh? That's probably shown in his sprite. I didn't think about looking at that. Because, like, I think, what is it, 3 rings as Maestro? I think something like that. I don't remember this bit. It's been a while since I read Leviathan, but it goes into some of the details of the rings, like hierarchy, and it's based on the amount of like rings on their ring. Or that's how you can tell, right? If need be, I shall step foot. I'll do it. Don Quixote. I ain't having it. We've been in worse trouble than this, haven't we? And sure, I've thought about yanking off those stinking shoes a fair few times, but we can't do that to her, can we? Yeah, the issue is going to be getting them back on her afterwards, right? Because the last time it was thanks to Virgilius being there that we were able to do it at all, and now Virgilius is busy. Could Dawn take down... I don't know if Dawn would, like, if Dawn was, like, ganged up by multiple Nurse Fathers, then I think it would be pretty dire. I think she could definitely handle, like, a couple of them, but, like, I don't know. I've said this time and again, Rocinante's self-cleaning function is always active, but let us put such matters aside. I would rather eschew relying on my blood fiend powers, yet we are left with no recourse. And I have faith in you. Faith that my companion shall bring me back again. Oh. Is that a new Heathcliff face? That doesn't look familiar to me. I don't know. It's probably one that's existed for a while, it just looks weird. Faust seconds Heathcliff's opinion. The plan to have Don Quixote remove her shoes is rejected. While there are several reasons to discourage the idea, the chief among them is that Don Quixote must not dismount from Rocinante. Do you believe her unbound power to be insufficient to overcome this obstacle? According to the test results, she demonstrated combat abilities that were... No, having Don Quixote remove her shoes to resolve this predicament is not an unrealistic scenario. However, yeah, we're not here to survive, we're here to get the golden bow, which requires Ryoshu goes through her character arc, all that stuff. That flow would be a choice that distances Dante from their journey to retrieve the golden bows, and even if we were to entertain Hohenheim's suggestion, the removal of Don Quixote's shoes must take place as a result of the manager's decision. Hold on, please. This is all happening too fast. You've really got to start elaborating on stuff. This very weird flow that's, pushing the story forward at each and every turn. An illustrative example. In the event Don Quixote fails to control impulse and proceeds to create kindreds and blood bags with abandon, there's a possibility that she'll be unable to return to her current self no matter how many times Dante's clock is rewound. Yeah. There's definitely some weirdness with how Blood Fiend stuff works that makes it better to not push our luck. If the sinner cannot be restored to the manager's power, it is effectively tantamount to failing to retrieve the golden bows in this world. Such an outcome would prove a decisive failure on my part in proving that... I understand. Rejected it is. Let us move on to the next agenda. She probably would have said more interesting stuff if you just let her keep on speaking, but whatever. Art thou sure of this? We possess no fitting means to strike that villain down. It was simply a proposed plan A to tackle the situation. Frankly, I wasn't too eager myself to risk gambling on odds in an environment with so many variables beyond our control. Whatever plan you've got in mind, do quick. I don't see that pointy shoes wanker right now, but... As for plan B, I buy sometime while you people help Martin preparing the dice. Yeah, I had a feeling this was gonna happen. While we don't know how the ADD, like, Limbus ego functions exactly, chances are it's very defensive. Very, like, defensive, that sort, right? Even, like, kind of looking at Distorted Hohenheim, how he's got, like, that giant shield and whatnot, like, it's definitely makes a lot of sense if this ego is very capable of defensive capabilities, and therefore, instead of trying to beat the guy, just stall for time and just survive. I was worried it would come to this. If it is human level, the shock centipede ego gear should be able to move for a while even after my heart has ceased to function. Oh! Oh, that's not the direction I was thinking. Ah, it's ADD though, yeah. Because the ego name, ADD, is, well, we don't know exactly what it stands for, but AED is a defibrillator, right? An AED. AKA a way to start the heart if the heart's not going, or, I'm saying this weird. The other D is, like, probably, like, device. I don't know. And I think the normal... It's automatic, like, electric defibrillation? I don't remember what it stands for. I looked into it a while back. That makes sense, though. I'm not exactly in top shape for all of these fights, but with luck on our side, I might be able to even knock him unconscious with high enough voltage. But you'll die. Ha, says the bloke who probably hasn't even ever been in a proper brawl ever. Oh. You fought adversity bringing you here before, haven't you? These gears can make up for a lack of combat experience. Yeah, like the N-Corp frauds, as people like to call them. Ha, this ain't an argument. We stall them, you work on repairs. Even if we pop our clogs, Cloghead'll come back here sooner or later. They can bring us back. Even if we end up becoming one of those horrific exhibits, right? We've come back from worse. Correct. The degree of pain accompanied by the process will far exceed the usual range for both the individual concerned and Dante. It is preferably avoid such a development. Yeah, you can revive them, but in exchange, Dante needs to go through the pain of being turned into an art figure 4 times over. Clearly, you are all underestimating the amount of firepower can unleash were it to be fully equipped. We're not going to let you die, Hohenheim. Still, perhaps it's best. It's for the best that you remain uninformed. Thank you. You're coming along too. Not staying back to fix that thing. Whoever designed this did a remarkably subpar job. Have a genius like myself repair such a second-rate piece of equipment would be a waste of talent. Yeah, the ops. So she says, but to clarify, this isn't second-rate. It was best design attainable given the time constraints. In other words, it was the optimal design we could manage at the moment. I leave this matter to you then. Let us all meet again in sound form, as we did in our last misadventure. Young Sinclair, art thou well? We'll go hold him off first, so if you need a moment to get your head sorted. No. I can't just keep wandering around aimlessly. Ooh, is this gonna be like a Sinclair Mark moment? Wandering aimlessly. Oh boy. Of course! Bloody hell. I gotta see the Magna Opera of Slice need not bother sending out invitation. Visitors will naturally come pouring in on their own. Can we see? No, we sure cannot see his rings. Okay, whatever. It was worth a try, I guess. It's hidden behind the sword, probably. Because it would be... Let's see, because that's the thumb, that's the... It's probably this finger right here. Yeah, because I think it's... Or maybe the finger behind that, right? Because it would probably be the ring finger, right? And if the ring finger is hidden from view. Oi, you reckon we came all this way to look at this lot of useless rubbish? The Rage Bait Gang? Don't know much about this whole art thing, but even I can tell it's the worst bloody exhibition I've ever clapped my eyes on. In that case, it seems I must play the curate myself for our young and foolish guests. Just as I taught Yoshihide, from Keech to avant-garde. I also do really like how his sprite's so tall we can barely see like his head and anything. That's a good touch. With each trend of art movement engraved into every chunk of meat. A gallery tour narrated by a maestro himself. You ought to feel honored, really. Oh boy. And we're gonna have to do some sort of weird fight now, potentially, with base IDs, is it? And we get a Sinclair moment, potentially? No, okay, we're not... Okay, so we're only gonna go through a single node for these ones, okay. I was wondering if we are gonna get some funny fight, but I guess not. Instead, hide and seek time. Time to play a little game with the middle, it seems. She's also sliding around. Seriously? You're gonna play dirty like this? I was trying to wrap this up so I'd be done right when Papa finished his executions. And it was a lot of fun playing hide and seek for the first time in ages, but I'm getting bored now. I still managed to shake off that nurse father too. They've just been running around. But this one chased us here all on her own. That smoking pipe you mentioned during the briefing. Your ego, right? Is it not ready yet? Yo, yeah, because she didn't have her pipe with her. It needs some time. Which is why we gotta buy that time she needs. What do you think my workshop we've been collecting earlier? I'll be generous this time and let you put them to use. How about that? That's nice. We get to see more of her various antics. Because, what was it? Kuri was mentioned randomly in something we got, wasn't it? I forget what it was mentioned in. Was it like one of the wall buddies? I think it might have been. But yeah, I know she's got like she's the only reason we know about Kuri Workshop existing at all. Is that's like the ice one, like stuff like Nestor, which is like the wind one. Is it? I forget the specifics. But yeah, because her bag is like one of those dimensional storage bags, similar to like Black Silence gloves or like butler cases, that sort of thing. And it's just got a stupid amount of weapons in it because she loves workshop weaponry. You mean the collection of too tricky to be useful weapons? You've certainly a talent for impracticality. Perhaps it is an impressive assortment from a collector's point of view, but in terms of efficiency and effectiveness, you'd be better off fighting with bare hands. That's mean. Look, I had zero ideas thinking of blowing into this bad of a mess, alright? Just wanted to show off a bit since we were finally meeting the LCA team. That's why I only brought the unique, hard-to-get babies. So you didn't bring anything useful. That one there. What sort of sword is it? Oh, new one. That's a Metzel workshop broadsword. Ever used one before? Mesdil? Nay. I'm not in a position to use workshop-made gears. I'm merely asking for I'm in need of aught to replace my broken Wando. I mean, I don't let letting you one, but that stuff's not easy to handle. See, compared to Alice Workshop mentioned, Mesdil is... I'm aware. Often did you speak about how their weapons dart around as though they have grown wings, dragging the wheeler about. Is Mesdil, like, is that Aztec? That's what, like, the word, like, sounds like to me. I wonder if that's the bit here. Then makes me think that, too. Yeah. Worry not. I'm quite confident in the art of Swiftblade. I think Ongdu is assuming this is all a metaphor because, you know, she loves to wax poetically and all that sort of thing when Ezra was being quite literal. Assassin was never loosen her grip on the blade, though her very arms be torn away. Okay, jeez. Reinforcement might be an overstatement at this rate. I know Dante isn't here with us, but how about we step up ourselves? My physical strength is required to recover through a journey with the executive manager, but my skills and prowess have yet to reach their original potential. By the way, any word from the Golden Bow team yet? No response to the transmission, damn it. Even with the executive manager leading them, those unreliable troops have finally proved my fears were right. Hey, it might just be a bad radio signal. Take it easy. I'm getting sick of playing along with this kitty nonsense, dragging me to this hide-and-seek crap. You guys are the real bullies here, you know that? I'll count to 10 and not a second more. Got it? 8, 9, 10, here I go! What do we do now? Luring her to another distortion avenue, it would be the best bet. It was effective enough to stall the nurse father, too. A few hours ago. Okay, we're gonna see what actually happened. Oh! That's very weird. Is this like... sheep or something? Huh, would you look at that? Oh, Papa, I thought you finished them all off. Or do you leave these for me? Huh? Aren't these the guys you wrecked earlier? Oh, is this like some kind of 11th hour superpower awakening? It still has a TV. They've also come back 3 epic return from death. So what? It'll only take a single blow to... Whoa! Ah! Okay. Neurosis hysteria. Distorted pain tends to manifest in the form of electricity. The human thunderbolt. Thought it'd be sufficient to buy a symptom. Oh! Oh, that... Oh! Wasn't that like... I'm trying to remember, like, the specifics, but, like, wasn't that one of the distortions they encountered in Distortion Detective? Human Thunderbolt? I'm trying to remember. I don't remember any of the details. Definitely something with Distortion Detective, though. Oh, these corpses are not moving on their own. Yo, kiddo, you see that? Huh? So see what? I don't see anything. Bah, you don't? You really don't see it? Shucks, kiddo. You gotta work harder if you want to be as sharp as Yoshihide. Now open your eyes and take a closer look. See that purple flash? It's that thing there. bouncing around and pouring electric currents into the bodies. His instincts are just as animalistic as his appearance. Moses, we secured the escape route. Yes, in that case. Whoa, team leader! Heh, got good reflexes for someone who dresses that shabby. She actually blocked that. It was wise. Let me take the time to observe his form. That Offshek had quite the force. Lady team leader, are you unharmed? That explains why Ongdu was all bloodied up. Yeah, I was wondering. Thanks to you, yes. Let me help you walk. Keep the pressure on the wound to staunch the bleeding. Let us fall back post-haste. Hey, where do you think you're going? So, okay. I'm pretty sure... So, if I'm remembering correctly, Human Thunderbolt was one of the distortions I think they got... Was it one of the ones that they got and didn't talk much about? Because I remember part of the thing was, like, in Distortion Detective, Moses and Gang were kind of going around, like, the fog-covered, like, Nest L, and kind of just getting distortions, trying to, like, claim them for Diaz's sake. And we know Diaz is probably the one running Limbus at this point, right? Especially after the Ujat stuff. And so it seems like that has included getting distortions and then recruiting this guy into being part of the LCA. Ugh. Clingy bastards. Look, they'll keep coming till I kill that sparkly bastard. Princess, go on ahead and chase him down. Rat, for real? Can I really finish them off? You bet. Pop's got some tidying up to do here. The way the sprites are moving in this part is so, like, offsetting. There's so much of them sliding around. And I know it's not, like, entirely new, but, like, I feel like it's not something they use that frequently. Let's see. My little girl's hands are hurt. Rules of the book, special clause on the House of Spiders, Article 1, paragraph 12 applied an entirely... they got an entire, like, chapter on the spider house. Wait a minute, are those clowns... This guy's hair coupon. Man, just think about my pro-running around Brockets and ruthlessly hairstyle. Cracked my heart in half. Okay. But true what they did to my bro Ricardo and the wound they inflicted on my daughter's hand. Instant death, I assume, is the outcome? That's complete and total extermination. Thank you, Matthias. Back to the present. As everyone's freed from the team, the traces of escaped entities I saw on my way here, we're in no position to be picky about our options. What other options do we have? I'd much rather formulate a plan around the distortion delivered to the LC with our own hands than use these abnormalities, but that is not an option for us at the moment. With that in mind, we are essentially down to one option, the current plan. A hollow beckoning, nostalgia and conviction, and then absorption. Wait, you don't mean... Yes. The Emirati whose vine should never release into their hold until its pure white body of cotton is stained blood red. Okay, drenched gossypium? We'll make them face the drenched gossypium. Okay, cool. So that's another abno. Another railway abno we know is in our possession. Are we going to have to fight it again, too, because of that? Probably. Yes, that's fine. That's a fight that makes sense to give 1,000,000 unbreakable coins to. Shock Centipede... Yeah, probably Shock Centipede. Is it gonna be another set of 3? It might be. God, I don't really want to fight another Shock Centipede. We'll have to see how rough it is, I suppose. Huh, that's an abnormality. Shock Centipede, was it? It is the same entity we repeatedly encountered during our passages through the dungeons and Refraction Railways manager. Which means we already know how to defeat it. There are means of dealing with this. Mirror what has come prior, Dante. Complacency would ill serve us. Yeah, we're fighting with only 4 sinners. That'll make it different anyways, but if it's based on a railway centipede, then this is going to be annoying. I guess since we're not... I mean, it said... Did we only have 10 turns for this one? It might have been. I think that's what it said. We're still under some sort of time limit then. With the current disorder permeating this place, cliff turns may fail to function reliably. So we gotta stay sharp during the fight. I get it. Sora, Ravi, get behind me, okay? Wonder if they'll fight with us. I'm kind of doubting it, but it would be cool. Yeah, no, it's just us. Okay, we see the coil sprite, yeah. What do you got? Please turn hints off. Shield gain 10 self charge next turn. Is this one where you can reasonably break the shield? That's maybe doable. I think it's probably worth going all in on that. Yeah. Yeah, I did see stuff about how all these new avenues have observation logs. I'm not going to worry too much about that now, though. By drinking shield equal to head's HP. Only 3 passives. Okay, this probably is going to be fairly, simple. Whenever we're going to gain more skill slots there, we're just going to stay at 5 for this fight. We actually have a lot of good skills this turn, so I think we'll be able to break the shield here. I guess our Sandy's bad, but that's the only issue. Only thing preventing me from being super confident. Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely not happening. I think if we had, like, this is the kind of turn where I think if we had, like, good sanity, then we definitely would have been able to break through this head, but because we're not, then we don't. You get your self-charge. Okay, we don't gain more skill slots, that makes sense. I was assuming as much. Combat start gain self-charge, yeah. Clash Shades. Okay, so it is Railway Shock Centipede. That's fine. What do we have that can deal with that? We don't need egos being used now, so that's unfortunate. Do we just have to neutral this? Is that really all we have? Yeah, I think it is. Well, if we play this right, we should be able to get a clash off beforehand and build some Sandy potentially. You can't redirect anything, cool. Can you redirect anything? No, cool. Well, that's quite unfortunate. Which one do we care more about, though, I guess? Bleed, bleed, paralyze. That's same turn paralyze, so that's not too bad. This one makes you lose more self-charge, so I guess we probably clash against those ones. Yeah. Okay, this is a favorite now, so that's decent. And you guys will just one side of the head. Sure. Roll with it. Okay. Good start. Didn't get the Sandy up. Oh, now we have paralysis, so we lose this one. Yeah, I should have seen that coming. I had that as like a thought, but I was like, nah, that won't happen. No, it happened. And did it stagger Yi-Song? It sure did, who's the only other person that was clashing this turn, sure. Okay, we're off to a good start. Probably shouldn't have bothered going all that first turn just so I could save the good skills for this turn so we could actually get sanity up. Where's your self-charge, huh? Right. Okay, so you're spending on your self-charge with this one, then. I mean, that's good for us. I guess. I guess we'll see. So you don't want anyone flashing you. We can probably let you get hit. That's probably fine. Okay, yeah, we'll just ignore that one, maybe. Actually, we'll see what we can and can't clash before we decide what to ignore. Yeah, that's a bit unfortunate. We can... Okay, so Gregor's gonna take a one-sided. That's fine. Should work well enough. Potentially consider taking off Marissa's hat soon. Okay, cool. We're getting our sanity on. Gregor's probably gonna get staggered here. Actually, he's probably pierce resistant, right? I'd assume as much for Alan. I guess we'll see. Okay. Okay, yeah, he's pierce resistant and he's like gloom neutral, I think. Yeah. So it's not too bad. Actually, gloom resistance is really good in this fight just in general. It's very funny we can't make use of any of the new IDs or any of the new egos right now. Just how it goes, I suppose. Oh, okay, you've got your hat ready, actually. We probably want to just pop one of these, then. It's scarier, these ones probably, yeah. Try something like this. That's a struggling. Can you do any... Oh, you can do like this clash decently. Okay. We'll try that, then. That'll be good. Should be able to do some... We should be able to break the head here, I think, yeah. Yeah. And that's good. It's every 5 turns that he uses the shield thing, so not quite yet, but we can definitely do a lot of damage to the head, thanks to it, you know, being broken and whatnot. We do get to convert Deep Wound there, so that's good. You're gonna take your head off. And you're gonna lose the clash, yeah. Oh. Yeah. Oh no, he actually won the clash. Good job, Ring Song. Gun sword. You're doing this now. Got a lot of self-charge, that's fine. I think we'll probably like throw some slop there and otherwise just do a lot of damage this turn. And that should be good. I'll let you clash, yeah. I actually don't kind of want you clashing that much. You're fine on Sandy. We'll get Ring Song some Sanity. Yeah, well, yeah. Ryoshi's max Sandy, so she doesn't need to win clashes at this point. She can just focus on dealing a bunch of damage. Okay, cool. Now your Sandy's doing decently. Unfortunate thing is, that's a lot of self... I mean, I think if we just wait until shield turn and then bring him down to 1, we should be able to kill him pretty easily. Wrath resisted. Unfortunate. Still good damage, of course, but, you know, it could have been more. Oh, and we get the Mercy. Does this do enough? No. I was worried for a second, but... Oh yeah, when we get the second Mercy. I was gonna say I want to try playing this smart, but on the other hand, it's probably faster to just deal with it. Yeah. That's fine. Throwing some clashes for the bit. The bit, of course, being to try and gamble to gain some sanity. That's a bit, though. Anyways, yeah, you're at 1. You're at, like... You're gonna be at 20 self-charge, and that's fine. I've already accepted that. We'll just need to win some clashes. That's fine. Oh, this is weird. Lose one for self-charge. Lose one self-charge. Try to check this unit. Uses defense skill. Lose one more self-charge. So wait, we're supposed to just... We're supposed to just defend? Really? Oh. So you're guaranteed to have self-charge ready. And then we just tank it? Hmm? Sure. I'm a little confused, but I guess we'll see how this goes. Oh, you are gaining a stupid amount of power because you've got a lot of self-charge. Yeah. It doesn't matter because, you know, it doesn't do damage if you just hit it with defensive skills. And it's losing, like, what, like 3 self-charge every time it does this? So it'll be dead next turn. There's still another hidden passive, so I think there might be, like, another phase or something. Another gimmick type thing. We've seen all the skills, though, so, I mean, not really. Yeah, we can just tank this. I don't know. I really don't get it. And that's probably fine, though. I guess we can't actually redirect. Actually, no, we can redirect everything. We just gotta be smart about it. Yeah, that's fine. We'll just keep on doing this, I think, right? Like, I'm not sure. Is it just like, oh, we need to do this in under 10 turns for the EX clear, so like that's the extent of the time crunch? Did the other passive open up and I just didn't check, so I didn't get to see it? Like, it's losing the self-charge, but...
아무런 문제가 없었던 건 아니지만 이 정도면 충분히 끝까지 도달할 거야.
Oh, there's only 2 per action. It might be. Turn. I mean, assuming I should still do this under 10 turns, assuming it actually dies when it hits 0. Or, yeah, I think so. I don't know. I'm I'm lost at this point. There's literally nothing else to be doing because, like, we can't kill with attacking or anything. We can only kill by getting rid of the self-charge, so... Like, I know Railway Centipede is a fight that a lot of people didn't like. Honestly, I kind of do like some aspects of Railway Centipede. I like the fact you actually get to break the shield is, like, cool. Okay, you should die here. Maybe we'll hit you with one of these for safety, though. Probably not. Even for the bit, probably should just tank and not have to worry. I'm worried we'll need to, like, bring it to 1 and then hit him again or something stupid. Oh. Yeah. I didn't think about that part. Are you? No, this is our million one-side attacks. Okay, cool. We did it in 10 turns. That's good enough. Yeah, I know people don't like Railway Centipede for the most part, which I think is, like, fair enough, because it's very weird. I like the strategic angle of trying to, like, needing to kill it at certain times, needing to, like, not kill it too early, otherwise it'll still get a bunch of self-charge and then you just lose time. Obviously, it's held by the fate it's Railway 2, so you have to fight it several times, but... Whatever. I think this is a good place to end episode 1 or 5, I guess. Yeah. Whatever. I'm Shock Centipede 2. Why not? Anyways, that'll be all for this time. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.